let's talk 2025 fashion trends.
I'm looking for somebody I can call. Looking for the only one I can get my own. Tell me that it's true.
Hi, my name is Keisha, aka Keisha the Stylist. If you love thrifted, secondhand, and vintage fashion taken to another level, then you're in the right place, guaranteed. Today we are talking 2025 fashion trends, and as you can see, I am not at home. My background is pretty much bland, but I am at the school. I do teach fashion. I am an adjunct instructor at a university in Atlanta. That is so perfect for the topic that we're talking about today, because we are talking about 2025 fashion trends, and who better to talk about the fashion trends than a fashion instructor, fashion professor? I'm just saying. But before we get into that, if this is the first time seeing my face, yes, this face, and you love thrifting, come thrifting with me. It's estate sales, anything secondhand, anything vintage. I am a stylist, I am an entrepreneur, and I take you through the day-to-day of me being an entrepreneur, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please hit that subscribe button. Hit it. And if you're returning, you already know how I feel about you. I have my coffee in my hand, but thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, definitely subscribing, doing all the things. I really appreciate it. I really do. Disclaimer, I'm not a trendy type person. I don't generally look at trends for my personal use, but as a professor, I have to understand what is going on. I trend forecasting, so I have to understand what the trends are and things like that, so I can give the correct information to my students. So I definitely do that. I'm rocking back and forth, and hopefully you guys don't hear the air or the heater on because it's very loud. But we're doing this right now because I'm probably telling y'all too much, but I'm waiting on my Uber, and the traffic in Atlanta at this time is too high, so I'm waiting it out. That's neither here nor there. Let's talk about these trends. Before I break down what the trends are, I wanted to go over what is a trend and what is not a trend and things like that. So when we're talking about trends and that, we also need to know what isn't a trend. So one thing that's not a trend is a fad. A fad is a fashion trend, but it is a fashion trend that is very popular for a short period of time, and then it goes out, it phases out really quick. One example of this is those big red boots. If you guys remember, I keep swinging back and forth, so excuse that. If you guys remember the big red boots that were popular for a hot second, probably last year or very recently, and then they just disappeared like that, that is pretty much a fad. That is what a fad is. That is a lot of people caught on to that, and it didn't go into the mainstream, so it was here one day and gone the next. Something else that is not a trend is a classic. So when we're talking about the difference between a trend and a classic is something that has been around for a very long time and that most people have in their closet. For example, a white button up or button down, because there is a difference. Most people have that in their closet. They have a white button up or a button down. Even denim, most people have that in their wardrobe. So when you're thinking about those two pieces, those are more of a staple, which is a classic. Generally, that is a part of most people's wardrobe. When you add on the bells and whistles, that's when it becomes either trendy or a trend. Or if you're thinking about the silhouette of a pair of denim, when you're bringing in the conversation of it being a trend versus just a classic. But the foundation of denim, the foundation of a white button up, button down is a classic. So now that we talked about what isn't a trend, what is a trend? Is something that is popular for a period of time and is copied by the masses. It's copied by most of the people, many. So in order for something to be a trend, it has to be replicated in many places. So on the runways, in the masses. So now that we got all of that out of the way, let's talk about what is the fashion trends for 2025. So the first trend I want to talk about is something that has been popping up and going out and popping up. It is bohemian. 2025 is going to be a little twist to the bohemian. You think about bohemian, you think about long flowy dresses, ruffles, all of that type of stuff, which yes, that is what it's gonna be, but there's also an edge to the bohemian style that we're seeing. So we're gonna see some suede intertwined with that, some leather, giving the airy bohemian vibe a little bit of edge. As we are sustainable over here, we're all about secondhand. we want to find these trends on the secondhand market, whether that be thrifting or consignment shopping, estate sales, vintage shops. Bohemian vibes were very popular in the 70s as well as the early 2000s, so you can definitely find something that fits into this trend in the thrift stores or on the consignment secondhand market. I found a few examples from the brand Chloe or Ralph Lauren that can fit into this trend for you guys, and I'm going to show you some of those examples. So the next trend is ballet pink. So for a while we saw Barbie pink everywhere because of the movie, and it was so trendy, so popular. This is a different take on pink. So this is gonna be your kind of subdued pink, so your blush pink. When you think about ballet dancers, you're thinking about that kind of just playful baby pink, the soft pink. That's what we're giving with this trend. I did see a few dresses that give that vibe on the real, that soft pink like a ballet. Next trend is the sporty trend. It's a mix between sporty and workwear. So you're taking a sports jacket and you're pairing it with some trousers, or you're taking some sweatpants and you're pairing it with heels, something like those two. Think about sporty spice. This is what we're talking about. Rihanna posted that she was the first person to wear heels with sweatpants or a sweatsuit. That's what we're talking about with this trend. So if that's something that you've been loving, definitely jump on that. With my artist collection, with the joggers that I made, I'll show you a picture. They're still on my website. And I paired them with some heels, and I thought it just brought it up a little. Took it to another level. Another trend is hot pants. Has been on B's list for a while. I'm not a hot pants girl. I don't generally gravitate towards showing a lot of legs. Some different hot pants on the secondhand market that I can show you guys as examples. But if you love your legs, if your legs are your asset, this is perfect for you. I probably won't be wearing this though. Sailor trend. So we are seeing a lot of sailor stripes and sailor uniform wear, inspired wear throughout 2025, and my artist collection is perfect for that. Sailor chic is going to be huge in 2025. That's not a surprise. It's always on this list. I don't even know why it's still being called a trend, because it's not a trend at this point. It's a classic, and that is animal print. And each year there's a animal print that is more popular than the other animal print, but it's always animal print. Always animal print. So for 2025, the focus is going to be cow print and snake skin and zebra. Those are going to be the focus. But I mean, animal print is animal print, and that has been around forever. So what's new? What trend I'm super happy about? I'm so happy. It is maximalism. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. It may not look like it with what I have on today, because, you know, teaching, I have to tone it down a little bit. But yo, maximalism is me. Colors. I love bold prints. I love gaudiness. I love all of that. So if you love that, and one of your favorite decades is the 80s, this trend is for you. We're talking broad shoulders, we're talking bold colors, we're talking big clip-on earrings, we're talking about all of that type of stuff, and we're gonna see a lot of that in 2025. So if you're a vintage girl, guy, and you love the 80s, definitely break out those 80s pieces for this year, because they're gonna be on trend. The last trend I wanna talk about, which is really not a trend in my eyes, is denim on denim. Denim on denim, Canadian tuxedo. Denim on denim is just, to me, that's classic, because you're taking a classic, which is denim, and you're pairing it with another classic. You may pair it with denim jeans and a denim top. If you don't want to think too hard, throw on a denim top and some jeans and you're good to go. If you want to even make it chicer, throw on a baseball cap. You got this. You got it. So those are the 2025 fashion trends on my list. And like I stated before, you can easily find these trends secondhand on the secondhand market, thrifting, doing all that type of stuff. So if you are into trends, definitely check these out. These are just a small list of what they're talking about the trends will be. So there's more out there, and if you want to partake in doing some research, because I always advocate for doing research and learning more, definitely do that. So yeah, leave in the comments what trends you're gonna be hopping on and what trends you're like, nah, that's not me. Remember to like, comment, share. Please share. Leave in the comments what else you want to see from me, what else you want me to maybe style up or talk about. Do you want more topics like educational topics? I can definitely dig in my history, my fashion history bag. I can definitely let me know if that's something you're interested in. All I have for you guys. Have a good night, have a good day, have a good week, have a good weekend, have a good weekday, and I will holler at you guys later.